It's Brad Talks. I'm with an interesting gentleman. Is that a good term for you? Is it?
I guess so.
He's laughing already.
If you want to call me a gentleman, yes.
It's Scott Nyberg of Bite Me Candy and Pudgy Udder Ice Cream.
Correct. Yes.
Now, explain to me, first off, Bite Me Ice Cream. Or Bite Me Candy and Pudgy Udder. Obviously, you have a sense of humor.
well, yes, I do. First of all, I grew up on a farm in Nebraska, so Pudgy Udder is a term when the cow's udder is ready to milk.
So that's a real farmer's term.
Well, it's kind of not really a real farmer's term. It's kind of like that unspoken thing that farmers have. So Pudgy Udder is a term for that, and it's like on the edge of being inappropriate, really. So anyway, that's where that came from. Bite Me came from doing, honestly, a chat GPT search on the best names for a freeze-dried candy company.
Really?
And it was the first one that came up, and I went through 50 other probably versions of a name, and I'm like, I can't pass that one up. So that's where that came from.
And obviously, you have a marketing background.
I do.
Because of the fact that when you come up with those things, the first time I heard about you and I saw you, I thought to myself, okay, this guy's got a marketing behind him.
He does. Yeah. So I had a marketing company for 30 years, and I sold that last year and then bought the freeze-dried candy company and just went all in with candy and ice cream.
Now, let's go a little bit about Scott Nyberg. Mm-hmm. You're not originally from the St. Louis area?
I am not. I grew up in Nebraska, went to college in Iowa.
So I can't ask you what high school you went to, question?
You can.
It won't make any sense to anybody around here, right?
Well, one interesting thing about my high school is I graduated with 17 kids in my class.
Wow.
So very small school, and 55 in the whole high school.
No kidding. And what area is that?
That's like central Nebraska.
Central Nebraska.
About an hour and a half, 2 hours west of Omaha.
You know, the interesting thing was I used to do business in Omaha, and Omaha, to me, there's a lot of similarities between St. Louis. But what's different about it is once you get west of Omaha, there's not much, is there?
No, there's not. That's why, there's towns consolidating and bringing kids together from different small towns because there's not enough, kids to make high schools anymore. So yeah, it gets to be pretty rural and less people for sure.
So you grew up in Nebraska, mm-hmm. and next step, college?
Next step, college, Northwestern College in Orange City, Iowa, and got a degree in communications and video production.
No kidding.
So video was my first love of working, and it led me to a lot of different cool things. Once I moved to St. Louis, I was assistant video director at the St. Louis Rams when they won the Super Bowl.
Really?
Yeah, and so that was a part of my history. But yeah, so video was first, and then it transitioned to Flash animations. I was a certified Flash animator in the 2000s, and then it transitioned into website building, straight HTML code to then WordPress at the end. So yeah, lots of evolving parts.
So you're a big fan of Steve Jobs because he killed Flash?
No, I was so mad because it was going so well, and then all of a sudden.
For those of you who don't know, Steve Jobs, if the crazy story, he got into a personal feud with the guy from Macromedia, was that?
Yeah.
Was that the company?
Yeah.
And essentially, Steve Jobs banned Flash from anything that was iOS at Mac at the time, and then ultimately our iPhones and iPads and the whole bit, and that's what killed Flash.
Yeah, it did. Yeah, totally. I mean, I was rocking it in the late 2000s with Flash.
It was super popular.
It was a lot of fun what we were doing.
I broadcast on the station, one of the stations we're going to run this interview on. I broadcast the Rams in 1999. When we started off the season, we were one of the affiliates from KSOQ, and we had a deal where they gave us season tickets. We got a pair of season tickets. And if you know the whole story, you probably remember this. It was Trent Green who was the quarterback, and everybody's going, oh, it's going to be a great season. And then in the pregame, he gets his knee blown up, and everybody's going like, okay, the season's dead. Okay, I could not give that package away. Okay, first game, Kurt Warner comes in, some excitement, couple clients call me back up. Probably by the 5th week, I still have people calling me, and I'm still buying pairs of season tickets from the Rams for $400 a pair.
Oh, yeah.
Because then they went and it was the dream season. I don't have to tell you that.
No.
It must have been a real high for you to be involved with them.
Oh, it was a dream come true. I was a sports, played sports all my life and knew I would never get to the professional level, right? But always had that aspiration of being involved with a Super Bowl and, all the things that go along with that. So it was a very cool thing I was a part of. 2008 was a crazy year of like 3 layoffs of jobs, and
that's true corporate America, right?
Yeah, got into like contracts with different financial firms for creating online storytelling and things like that. And then just finally in 2011, like I'm gonna do my own business full time. So that's when Fusion Media Works was the marketing company, and I did that till last year.
So why in the world would someone with all that background sell, not that I'm demeaning you, but why would you go into selling candy and ice cream?
Because I'm crazy. And I thought in my mind it was going to be, okay, I'm getting in my middle 50s. I'm like, what am I going to do the rest of my life? I really don't want to market for other people. So I had found this as an opportunity to market myself. I have a car that does all my marketing for me. And
the car is a little lumpy.
The car is a little lumpy, yes. Why not take the risk at my age? I don't know. It's worth, if I didn't do it, I would probably regret it. If I'm doing it and I fail, which I hope I'm, on the right track of not, at least I've tried.
And for those of you who don't know what Little Lumpy is, it's a smart car, isn't it? What it is?
It's a smart car, all wrapped in my branding, and I do videos with it. So I do a dance that people can dance with me. I would do what's in Little Lumpy's trunk. People pop out of the trunk, and for a minute we talk about their business, and then they challenge somebody to get in the trunk. And then it's a Little Lumpy Lowdown, where we do a 3 to 4 minute talk about things that are going on in the area, or promoting an event, or talking about a business, that kind of thing.
Now, the candy business is very, very, very competitive, and to the point where pretty much locked in, to the point where when you go to most of your Quick Trips and convenience stores, you see the typical brands, okay?
Yeah.
The deck's got to be stacked against you? Or is there a niche is that the niche you're going after?
Yeah, the niche I'm going after is mainly like concessions and wholesale, buying my product and selling it at their different events. So like the O'Fallon Hoots ballpark, they buy ice cream, candy, sell it at the ballpark. The city of O'Fallon selling my stuff at Alligator Creek and the Renard Center and the Ozzie Smith ballpark. So, it's things like that. I'm at the family arena. Those are the things that I am like trying to target, rather than like me go and sit 6 hours and try to sell my product. It just doesn't ever seem to go well.
And you being a marketing guy know that nowadays it's to the point where you look at all the convenience stores and all the chains and things like that. It's virtually impossible to get into those kind of places, right?
Yeah. It has to be a local owned company, like the Rack House. I have ice cream at the Rack House.
Right.
I know John Hamilton. It's a great relationship. He's about local. I want to serve local. So those are the connections I like to have.
And for somebody like him, it gives him a unique selling proposition. You're familiar with the old USP that he has that other people don't.
Yes, exactly. Right. And, I think it's, my own recipes in the ice cream, no one does it like what I'm doing it, but it's small batch.
Where did that come from? Do you have a background in culinary arts or anything like that?
Nope, not at all. I've never even thought, if you had told me 5 years ago this is what I was doing now, no. I didn't have any desire, any kind of thinking that this was going to go and take off.
So is this trial and error with the flavors and things like that?
Yeah. I've right away, vanilla was the hardest flavor to master.
Really? Why is that?
Because it was getting that right vanilla taste that I wanted to have for my ice cream, and I couldn't find it. I couldn't get it. I had, a couple years ago, I had help from a friend, Mark Koch, who owns a bakery in Pacific, and he helped me really hone in on the different ingredients that would make my ice cream better in bigger portions. So, it's helped people along the way that has got me where I'm at, as well. So that's how I come up with the flavors. You start with the base and then you figure out the flavor of the ice cream after that.
And you're going after unique flavors that put you in a different segment other than the traditional Rocky Road and stuff like that.
Yeah, right. I mean, I have your basic flavors of chocolate, vanilla, strawberry, but I'm trying to do like a pralines and cream and a cookies and cream that is my own take on it rather than what you buy in the store, and that kind of thing. So everything, all the flavors and ice cream I make is how I want to eat ice cream.
And is it resonating with the customers?
Oh yeah, it is. The ice cream, chocolate chip ice cream sandwich is a huge hit. Last year I made over 2,000 cookies myself, and this year decided that wasn't the best use of my time, so I've partnered with a company in Kansas City called Eileen's Colossal Cookies, and they're the best cookies I've ever had in my life. And so I get their cookies, put my ice cream in the middle, and it's like a sandwich in heaven.
Really? No kidding.
Yep.
And then you freeze them, and do you have a whole delivery system? Are you pretty much doing this all yourself?
I am doing this all myself.
You are a true solopreneur, right?
I am. I hope that's not the case, soon. But yes, right now, to get everything going in the right direction, yeah, I'm doing it all myself.
You ever watch Shark Tank?
I do. Oh, yeah.
Okay. Well, they always talk about scaling. How are you looking to scale?
I'm looking to scale to a point where, I just bought a third freeze dryer. If I have those things going like all the time, I'm going to have to scale up and either, have somebody who comes in and just does sales, or someone who comes in and just does events, someone who packages product for me, consistently. Once I get there and I can't, spend 40, 50 hours a week, and it's more than that, then that's when I'm scaling.
Is there commercial kitchens you could use down the line as well, too, in the St. Louis area?
Not a lot. There's the one I use here in O'Fallon is, one of few commissary kitchens in the area. In fact, we would love to have even more people come in and use the commissary kitchen. So yeah, there's not a lot. If I expand, I'd have to, get my own space and get approved for a commercial kitchen and that kind of thing, down the line, get more space, that kind of thing. A
typical day for you, what is it like?
Oh, it's different every single day of my life. It's like, like today, I'm going getting dill pickles and strawberries from the grocery store. I'm starting them, and then you came and we're doing this now. At 1:00, I have somebody who comes and jumps in my trunk, and we're doing a little interview. Then, it's every day is different. That's kind of what I like too. It would be hard for me to go to a job every single day at the same times and that kind of thing. It's like, I guess I'm that entrepreneur.
You've been there, done that.
I have been there, done that. Yes.
Yeah. Now, people, once again, Scott Nyberg, NYBERG, contact info.
Contact info. Phone number is 314-440-8342. You can buy all my product at sgrbuzz.com, and always follow me on social media, sgrbuzz on Instagram, and my personal page on Facebook and TikTok. I guess I got sgrbuzz on TikTok and Instagram, and mainly my personal page on Facebook.
And you don't have any problem making those videos, do you?
No, I don't. It's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun.
Scott, it's interesting. I love the entrepreneurial spirit. I love people that have a passion for what they do. Obviously, that comes through with you. I wish you the best.
Oh, thank you so much. I appreciate what you do.